Forfeit the game before somebody else takes you out of the frame. Put your name to shame, cover up your face. You can't run the race, the pace is too fast, it just won't last.
Alright guys, welcome to Can-Am Outdoors. Today we're going to be installing a 2-inch riser kit and steering stem brace from a company called OMD from up in Canada. This kit is going to be going on a 2019 Can-Am Outlander XMR 850. In the kit, they have their top piece, I could call it a top hat, and the base to their 2-inch riser kit. It's all CNC aluminum. They also offer powder coating when you go to purchase them. You could pick what color you want out of the choices that they have. I chose Sunburst Yellow because that's the color of my machine, so that way it matches. Now the steering stem brace, that is this piece of aluminum here. This piece here, it's 2 pieces. It's the base plate and it's bolted on to the actual stem insert. Again, this is an insert to the steering stem. This is not a replacement to the factory steering stem. This slides into it. In the kit, you'll also find hardware. It comes with all the bolts, lock washers, and stuff for the install. I would recommend getting a medium strength Loctite to put on these bolts as well, just so they don't back out on you and you ain't gonna be messing with it in the future. It comes with adapter, I guess bushings, that also adapt to a 7/8 bar. And what I mean by that is this riser block is designed for an 1.1/8 handlebar, which is your Renthal fat bars, or like these here. These are a Can-Am factory 1.1/8 handlebar. These are Sunburst Yellow to match my machine as well. But anyways, it adapts from an 1.1/8 handlebar down to 7/8 if you want to run a 7/8 handlebar. It's just extra inserts you got to put in and tighten down on it. It clamps onto the smaller handlebars. In the kit, they also send a sticker. It's small enough, it can go just about anywhere in the machine. It's actually a nice sticker, and it's actually color matched to the powder coat as well. The only downfall to this kit is I personally, did not get instructions for this kit, but I've installed one before, I believe, but it wasn't an OMD, it was a different company steering stem brace. But it's the same thing. So why don't we head over to the machine and start the process of getting it to where we can install these parts. Alright, now that we're at the machine, you can see here, I already have 2-inch riser kit from Rocks on my machine. I'm taking them off because I don't like them. Every time I hit a mud hole, the handlebars rock forward, and it's the worst feeling in the world. So that's why I'm going with a more solid setup from OMD. As you can see, I got a lot of stuff on here already. I have speakers on here and some other random stuff, but also the winch and all that. If you're doing this, I would recommend buying new hand grips, because if they're glued on, it's going to be hard to get them off, and chances are you won't be able to save them or reuse them. So now that you've seen this, I'm going to start tearing it all down and go from there. Alright guys, now that I got it all tore down, we're going to go ahead and install the steering stem brace. Now in here where they welded it, there's a seam. It doesn't allow the brace that slides in to slide in. So you're going to have to take a deburring tool or a sanding disc, either on a drill or a die grinder, which I have here. I have a sanding disc and a die grinder. I'm going to get it all sanded down so that slides in nice and smooth. So right now, we're going to get to doing that. All right, now that we have that all done, one thing you want to make sure of too is you have the whole top of this cleaned off from dirt and debris. You don't want anything to be sandwiched in between that and the new steering stem brace. Because there is fresh metal in there, I went with some spray paint, spray a little paint in there to kind of seal up a little bit. Probably gonna scratch it up putting it in, but let's see how it fits. There we go, slides right in. All right, so now that we got the steering brace in, or steering stem brace, next we're gonna grab our 2-inch riser block, and that sets right on top of that. Next, what you gotta do is we have our hex head bolts out of the kit, and that's what you put the thread locker on. Like I said, medium strength. Put it on just like that. They are 13 millimeters socket or wrench. They go from the bottom and thread up into the riser block. There is lock washers that go on them bolts as well in the kit. You don't have to use them if you just want to use Loctite, but I'm using both Loctite and the lock washers. And you can thread them in snug by hand and go through and tighten them up afterwards with a wrench. Got a little much on that one. All right, and the last one. Just gonna snug them for now, and I'm gonna go back, tighten them up more afterwards. Or we'll just tighten it. Get them all snug first and then tighten them, I suppose. All right. Just turn the wheel back straight. Now that that's on, what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the handlebars and the top hat, as I call it, and we're gonna install that. All right, now, like I said, I'm going to 1 1/8" handlebar. Those actually fit in there the way that it's designed to right now. They sit in just like that, and I don't need the spacers. Now those spacers, these are what come in the kit. If you're going to be running a 7/8 handlebar, you're gonna have 2 that go in the bottom like this, and then you're gonna put your 7/8 handlebars in, and then you're gonna set these other 2 on top, and then you put the top hat on, and that's what adapts it down to the 7/8. This one here, it is the Allen head bolts that have come in the kit. I would use medium strength on these as well. I'm getting pretty low on my Loctite here. What I have noticed about this kit is the threads and the bolts all seem pretty clean. Everything's threading in pretty easy by hand. So that's good. Now let me get my Allen wrenches and the seat back on. I'm going to set my angle and tighten those up. Alright guys, and there you have it. That's how to install the OMD 2-inch riser block with the steering stem brace. Now from here, you go ahead and put all your accessories on and have fun riding.